Welcome to episode number 1 of this Madden 23 Play Now series. And today I'm obviously going to be playing a Madden 23 Play Now game. And based on the title of this video, you're going to know what Play Now game I'm talking about. Like I said, you'll know what Play Now game I'm talking about based on the title of this video. It is, well, and also based on the die that's standing in the middle of the screen. Based on the title of this video and based on the die standing in the middle of the screen. And it's a yes, like I said, it's based on the title and the man standing in the middle of the screen. And the man standing in the middle of the screen is John Madden. And obviously he's the cover athlete of Madden 23, because that's where they got Madden from, John Madden, Madden NFL 23, as it says at the top of the screen, as it says at the top of the screen. It's a John Madden legacy game that is new here in Madden 23. As you can see, it's Play Now, online head-to-head, Pro Bowl, and the Madden legacy game. That's what we're going to be doing in this episode of Play Now. And if you do hear a rumbling sound, it is thunder. It's not raining outside, but right now it was earlier. But it might start raining outside again soon, because there are rain clouds in the area. There are rain clouds in the area, and so that's why you hear thunder. So, yeah, both of these teams are 99 overalls. There's a NFC or Madden Legacy NFC, and then Madden Legacy NFC. I know it's a mouthful, but the official names of these two teams are Madden Legacy NFC, Madden Legacy AFC. Both are 99 overalls. They made two rosters. EA Sports did. They made two rosters. Obviously, like I said, Madden Legacy NFC, Madden Legacy AFC. They made two rosters EA Sports did of John Madden's favorite players from the past and the present. So, like for the NFC, you have Brett Favre, Randy Moss, Deion Sanders. That's for the NFC. For the AFC, you have Tom Brady, Tony Gonzalez, and then Junior Junior, and his last name is spelled S-E-A-U, so C, I guess. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But either way, like I said, Brett Favre, Randy Moss, Deion Sanders, Tom Brady, Tony Gonzalez, Junior C, or Junior whatever his last name is. I'm just going to say C, and I'll say other players, but those are just the top 3 players from each of these teams. And obviously Tom Brady, out of all those 6 players, I think Tom Brady is the only current player, so he's the only one with the XFAT. There's in those top 6 players. He has pro reads. There's obviously Favre, Moss, Sanders, Gonzalez, and C are all former players. Brett Favre obviously was in the Packers and the Vikings. Randy Moss was in I believe the Vikings, and then some other teams. Deion Sanders, he was on, I'm not exactly sure how many teams he was on. And then obviously you have Tom Brady still obviously on the Buccaneers, but he was on the Patriots, now the Buccaneers. Tony Gonzalez, I believe he was on the Falcons at some point in his career. And then I'm not sure about that Junior C dude. I never heard of him before. He's a middle linebacker. Gonzalez is a tight end. Brady's a quarterback. Favre is a quarterback. Moss is a wide receiver, and then Sanders is a cornerback. But yeah, these are John Madden's favorite players from the present and these are two rosters. They made two rosters. The EA Sports did, like I said, of John Madden's favorite players from the past and the present. I'm pretty sure the NFC has Cooper Kupp, because I've played the John Madden Legacy game, I believe, once or twice already, but I haven't filmed it. And I was like, it's a new mode in Madden 23, so why not? So yeah, it's episode 1 of my Madden 23 Play Now series. It's, like I said, Madden Legacy NFC versus Madden Legacy AFC. Both are 99 overall rosters. I am using both controllers. The AFC is the home team because they are playing the game in Oakland. Because, by the way, John Madden is the head coach for both teams. And what I mean by that is, yes, there's a John Madden as a head coach for each team, but it's not the same John Madden. What I mean by that is, one John Madden is like younger, or I guess older, younger and older, I guess. But either way, one John Madden John Madden is a head coach for both teams, but one John Madden is different than the other one. Like there's two John Maddens, but they're not the same one. John Madden, they're different. So like one's older than the other one or something like that. I'm not sure which one's older than which, but either way, there's two John Maddens. Each team's head coach is John Madden, but like I said, it's a different John Madden. And for most of John Madden's career, or at least for his coaching career, because after he was done coaching, he went to broadcasting. The game is being played at the Oakland Coliseum in Oakland. Obviously, it was home of the Oakland Raiders before they moved to Las Vegas a couple of years ago. But they are playing the game at the Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California, because John Madden was the coach of the Oakland Raiders, and they played at the Coliseum. So that's why we're playing. That's why this game is going to be played at the Coliseum, and that's why the AFC team, that's why the Madden Legacy AFC team is the home team, because the Raiders were in the AFC. So that's why the AFC is the home team, and that's why the game's being played in Oakland. Both controllers, the red controller will be the AFC, kind of fit because red and red, and then the blue controller, blue and blue, will be the NFC. So the red controller will be the AFC, and the blue controller will be the NFC. So, yeah. We're not playing on All-Pro. We're not playing on All-Pro. We're going to play, the difficulty for both teams will be Pro. So, skill level will be Pro, and then the play call will be enhanced for both teams. So, simulation will be the game style. Event type, obviously, the Madden Legacy game. Even teams, that's off, I guess. Quarter length, I usually like games to be 6 minutes. I like the quarter length to be 6 minutes, but I cannot change that. That is locked, so I cannot change that. So unfortunately, 4-minute quarters. But usually I do 6-minute quarters, which is only 2 more minutes, but total will be 8 more minutes, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Accelerated clock, that is, we can. I don't know. Well, because it's only 4 minutes, let's turn. Yeah, well, no, well, it says play clock remain when I turn accelerated clock off. It's only 25 seconds. I'll just leave it on. Play clock remaining, not 10 seconds. Let's just say, okay, accelerated clock on, play clock remaining 25 seconds. Usually it's 20 seconds, but because it's 4-minute quarters, I'm going to bump it up to 25 seconds. Stadium will be the Coliseum. I can't change that. Time, 4:15 p.m. I can't change that either. And then the weather will be clear. I can't change that either. So I can't change the weather, the time, the stadium, the quarter length, or the event type. But everything else, well, I can change. The only thing that changed was that I moved the play clock remaining from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. So, like I said, the difficulty for both teams is Pro. The play call is enhanced. And the game style is simulation. 4-minute quarters. Here we go. Madden Legacy game. NFC versus AFC at the Coliseum in Oakland. Let's get into the game right now. I'm the play-by-play announcer for this game. So let's get into it. Like I said, I'm the play-by-play announcer for this game. So let's get into the Madden Legacy game to honor John Madden, obviously. Let's get into it. Here we go. I wish I could do more than 4-minute quarters, but unfortunately I cannot. I was only going to do 6-minute quarters if it would let me, but unfortunately it didn't. Stuck at 4, but so be it. Here we go. We are here in Oakland for the John Madden Legacy game between the NFC and the AFC. As EA Sports have created 2 rosters of John Madden's favorite players from the past and the present. And John Madden obviously was a big part of football as a coach and he was a big part of football. John Madden was as a coach and a broadcaster. So let's get into the Madden Legacy game here in Oakland. Yeah, John Madden will be on the sidelines for both teams. But obviously, like I said, it's a different John Madden. Like one's older than the other or something like that. There's the 2 John Maddens. One. See, out of the two John Maddens, one looks like the one you saw in the main menu, and then the other one, like that one right there, looks younger than the one that you saw in the main menu. Here we go. Looks like the NFC is getting the ball first. The NFC is getting the ball first. 4-minute quarter, so it's a total of a 16-minute game. Wind 6 miles per hour, basically blowing like, it's kind of blowing like this. You kind of see the arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. Here we go. As we're on your way, here in the John Madden, as we're on your way, here in the John Madden Legacy game in Oakland. That ball will be caught and needed in the end zone for a touch pass. As we're on your way here in the Madden Legacy game in Oakland. Told you. Young John. So it looks like the NFC John Madden is a young John Madden trying to establish himself as a coach. Literally looked like he was the older John Madden, but I guess the AFC John Madden is the broadcaster John Madden because he had a tie, I guess. But either way, both controllers, like I said, here's Favre in the pocket from the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the John Madden, first play from scrimmage here at the John Madden Legacy game at the Oakland first play from scrimmage here in the John Madden Legacy game here at the Oakland Coliseum in Oakland. Here we go. First play from scrimmage, play action for Favre. Favre over the middle. That ball is broken up by the defender. Good play by the AFC defender. Send it down. Here we go. From the 25, send it play. Here we go. Now run it with Sanders. And Sanders got 4. It's only 3rd down and 6 for the NFC. Here we go. It's a mid 3rd down here on the first drive for Favre and the NFC. Here's Favre. Favre will throw it. That ball is going to be caught. 9 yards. First down NFC. Questionable decision. But he made the questionable decision for Favre, but he made the right decision, I guess, because it did get the first down. Here's a snap. So we're 1 minute into the game. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be caught. It's Jerry Rice, who is on this team as well. Sending down at 1, Dana 9. He didn't miss anything here. Atlanta's running from the 47 of the AFC. It's a run with Sanders on 2nd and 1. And he powers his way forward to the 43. I think he got 6 yards. First down NFC. But obviously, because it's only 4-minute quarters, this game's going to go by pretty quick. We're already halfway through the first quarter. Here's Favre. Plenty of time. That ball is, oh my goodness, it was almost picked off. Triangle was wide open. I saw that. I honestly hit the wrong button. Triangle was wide open. I hit square instead of triangle. Here we go. Send it down. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be caught by Randy Moss. And he's down to the 18. As we're officially halfway through the first quarter. First down NFC at the AFC 18. Here we go. From the 18. First down NFC. Here we go. Here's the throw. It's just wide open. It's caught. That's George Kittle, who in real life is a tight end for the 49ers, down to the 2 of the AFC. First down and goal NFC. And remember, the announcers in the stand are just mention it. The Oakland Raiders were actually an AFL team. That was before the AFL merged with the NFL. Here we go from the 2. Here's Sanders. And he got no yards, I believe. Sending down a goal from the same spot. Here we go. Now we're doing it to Sanders again. This time, he is in. Touchdown NFC. As the NFC strikes first here in the Madden Legacy game. Sanders with a 2-yard rushing touchdown, and the NFC strikes first here in the Madden Legacy game. As the NFC strikes first here in the Madden, or as the NFC strikes first here in the Madden Legacy game. There's a tit by their kicker who's a lefty, and yet your point is right down Broadway. 7-0 in NFC with under 1 minute to play in the first quarter. As remember, it's only 4-minute quarters, so there's only 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here we go. Here's a tit by whoever their kicker is, who, like I said, is a lefty. And it's Anderson. I'm not sure who his first name is, but I think that's an old kicker, like a pass kicker. Here we go. Here's Hall taking out from the end zone, and he's up to the 25-yard line. And here comes the AFC. And here comes the AFC for the first time here in the Madden Legacy game. I don't know if this is an older John Madden, or at least when he was Raiders coach, because that makes sense why John Madden for the AFC is kind of like the John Madden for the AFC would be like the head coach, really, or like the NFC John Madden was a young John Madden, and then the AFC John Madden is like when he was the head coach of the Raiders. Here we go. From the 25, here's Tom Brady. Here's Tom Brady, who I believe was 45 years old. There's a throw! And it was caught and then knocked out of the hands by the NFC player. Did play. Set it down. 35 seconds to go in the first. But this kind of game, remember the AFC does the ball after halftime. Here we go. From the 25, under 1 minute to play. Here's Allen! I don't know who Allen is. M. Allen, I'm not sure who that is, but he got 7. 3rd down and 3 now. Huge 3rd down, though. They don't have to run another play. There's 14 seconds to go, but they might anyways. 3rd and 3, excuse me. Now running it. Play action. And Brady is shot by Taylor. Whoever the heck Taylor is. I believe he's a previous player or a former player. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 in NFC, and the AFC will be punted momentarily. So 7-0 in NFC, we're back, and the AFC will be punted after that sack. And here's Dye, the punter, whoever the heck this guy is. Here we go. He's punting. As the AFC will punt the ball away, already down, or the AFC will punt the ball away, down 7-0, and that will be returned by Hester, and he's up to the 32-yard line, 7 seconds into the second quarter. And the NFC will take over, up 7-0, and here comes Favre and the NFC again. These playbooks actually are different. Like these playbooks actually are different. Here we go. From the 32. Favre in the NFC trying to make it a 2-score game here. Plenty of time! And he was hit as he threw. So not really plenty of time. And it's incomplete. Send it down. Here's an audio clip from John Madden. Yeah, it's a game you should have fun, especially when it's a video game. Here's a throw, it's Kittle, I believe, off his hands, and then it was caught by another player. As it hit Kittle's hands, and then it was caught by Randy Moss. A break for the NFC. As that went through the hands, I believe, or hit the hands of Kittle, and then it was caught by Randy Moss. Down to the AFC 45. A break for the NFC. Here's Juszczyk, who in real life is a fullback for the 49ers. Send it down. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Here we go, from the 41 of the AFC. NFC trying to make it a 2-score game. Any score would do it here. And he got it away. It was a little looper. And that ball was caught by number 82 as he stayed in bounds. Not sure who that was. I think that was Jason Witten, I believe. Because it is set at the top, below the scoreboard. And obviously he was obviously on the Cowboys tight end. And I believe in 2020, I believe, he came out of retirement. But then he retired after 2020. Or in 2019 he came out of retirement. He retired in 2017. Then I think 2019 came out of retirement and then retired after 2019. Again, here we go. Here's Favre. That ball is going to be caught. Witten again. It's Favre 7 for 10 for 110 yards. That might bring us to a 2-minute warning. And that will bring us to a 2-minute warning most likely, and it will. 2-minute warning here in Oakland at 7-0 NFC, and the NFC is on the move. Here we go, 2-minute warning here in Oakland. NFC up 7-0, but they're also on the move here in the John Madden Legacy Dame. For the 13, 1st and 10. Here's Sanders, and he is upended at the 7. 7 down and 4, but he gained 6. Here's Favre. Favre gets outside and throws it, and that ball is incomplete. Luckily that wasn't a fumble. 2nd down, or 3rd down and 4 now. AFC trying to hold him to a field goal and hopefully maybe get some points before halftime. Because remember the AFC does get the ball after halftime. Here we go. Still plenty of time in the first half though. Here's a throw! Oh my! As it was thrown right into the AFC defender's hands, but incomplete. And the AFC is not, or the NFC, excuse me, is not going to kick a field goal here. At least they're lining up to go for it as the NFC's John Madden is going for it. Here we go. It's play action on 4th down. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be dropped as they hit Jordan loose and the AFC takes over. That was Witten who lost it. And the AFC takes over at their own 7-yard line with 1:25 to go in the first half and a chance to tie the game. A surprising call to not go for the field goal and make it a 2-score game. Trying to be aggressive, but it comes back to bite them. 1st and 10 AFC at the 7. So I want you safety if you're Brady. Open in the middle of field is Gonzalez. First completion for Brady. This is an only 2nd drive. 2nd down and 5 now. 2nd down and 5 now with 1:05 to go. From the 12. Don't want to throw a pitch here. Here's a throw. Wide open is Brown. I'm not sure if that's Antonio Brown or I think that's a different Brown. I'm not sure, but either way, no timeout. 40 seconds to go. AFC looking for at least a field goal. 36 seconds. Wide open is Gonzalez to the NFC side of the field. Timeout AFC, as the AFC is in NFC territory. Timeout number 1 used for the AFC, but still a surprising decision. The NFC didn't kick it, but it's too late now, obviously. Here we go. There's a throw. That ball is going to be caught by Reed. And he's down to the NFC 35. Timeout AFC. They have 1 left here in the first half. As they're on the move here. Brady's in the zone, which is pro Reeds. That could benefit that NFC or the AFC. Here's a throw. Flag is down, and that ball is incomplete. But we have to check with our referee. And that's going to be on the AFC. Ineligible receiver downfield. It's on the left tackle. And the NFC will accept it 5 yards back and replay the down. 1st and 15. Here we go. 1st and 15 now. Remember, the Oakland Coliseum is still home of the Oakland A's, the Oakland Athletics of the MLB, by the way. So you might be able to see the dugouts at some point. I think it's over to the left. You can't see him right now, though. And now Brady's sacked! And the NFC will call a timeout here. They have 2 left. And Brady is 2nd and 23, I believe it said. 2nd and 23 from the 48 of the NFC. Two timeouts left for the NFC, 1 timeout left for the AFC. Nine in motion. It's a toss. And here's Allen. He's got blown up. 3rd down, and both teams now have 1 timeout as the NFC calls their 2nd timeout. 3rd down. 3rd and 24 now from the 49ers as they lost 1 yard on that toss. 13 seconds. Trying to back in field goal range here. Here's a throw. It's caught. And timeout AFC with 8 seconds from the 35. And depends what the win situation is. It's a 55-yard field goal. 55-yard field goal. Down and back in field goal range. From the left hash. And the NFC will call their final timeout as they will ice the AFC kickers. Neither team now has a timeout. AFC trying to get on the board here, and remember, they also did well after halftime. Here we go. 55 yards from the left hash. to get them on the board before halftime. 55 yards from the left hash for the AFC Titter. And the kick by the AFC Titter is right down the middle. Had enough lead and had good accuracy, and it's good. And it's 7-3 with less than 5 seconds to go in the half. And remember, the AFC also did the ball after halftime. So they do get the ball. They do get the 3 points. Still down by 3 though. 4 seconds to go in the half. And the AFC Titter here, I'm just gonna squib it, forcing the return it. That's Vinatieri, Adam Vinatieri. The last little bit there, right when I hit the ball, it was returned. 1 second left from the 40, and the NFC will take over. 1 second. They'll have 1 play, barring a defensive foul or anything. This will be the last play of the half. Favre, I don't know if he can throw the ball 60 yards, but they're going to go for a Hail Mary with the Hail Mary prevent defense for the AFC. Here we go, last play of the half, barring a defensive foul. Here's Favre. He's launching it into a crowd of about 10 players, and that ball bounces around and hits the ground incomplete. Halftime here in Oakland, 7-3 NFC. And I believe there will be a message from John Madden, I believe there's a message from John Madden, so let's listen in. There's a message. Let's listen in. I don't hear any of them. There.
The coach who led the Raiders to their first Super Bowl victory? Perhaps it's the broadcaster who entertained millions of fans. Or maybe it's the video game known simply by his name. But no matter what comes to mind when you hear the name Madden, everyone thinks of one thing: football.
The core of it was football. It's the greatest game in the world. Off goes the right, right goes the left.
History of professional football. Show me somebody else who did it on 3 levels the way John did it. There's nobody.
We're back after that message, which was narrated by, I believe, a former Raiders player. I forgot what the announcer said, but they did say the name of that Raiders player. I forgot what they said, but it was some former Raiders player, I believe. And yeah, John Madden obviously died back in December of last year. I believe it was December 28th, 2021. And here's a tip by the NFC as we're on your way here in the second half, here in the John Madden Legacy game. It's 7-3 NFC, but the AFC would, or 7-3 NFC, but the AFC would hit the ball to start the second half. Up to the 23-yard line. Only 2 seconds in the third quarter. Yeah, I don't know about that, but either way. 3:58 to go in the third. AFC is up on the board because of that field goal by, I believe, it was Adam Vinatieri, who was, I believe, well, when he was still playing, he even played, I think he played like Brady. Obviously, he's a kicker, but he played, I believe, even though he was like 45, but he retired, I think it was like 5-6 years ago. Might have been more than that, I don't know. But either way, from the 23, here's Tom Brady with the team down 7-3 after that field goal by Vinatieri right before halftime. Here we go, 7-0, now it's 7-3. Here's a throw into a crowd. That ball was caught. Good catch. Brady 6 for 7, 81 yards. First down, as he got 12 yards on that first down and 10 play. Now another first down and 10. He's running away in the second half here in Oakland, and it's a fullback dive, I believe, or something. I don't know if it's a fullback dive, but he gave it to his running back. Dana sits. 7 down and 4. And remember, after John Madden was a coach, he was a broadcaster. Here we go! Throw over the middle! And it's caught by Gonzalez! Down to the 34 of the NFC, first down AFC. And that thunder outside, you might be able to hear it. I can't, I don't know about you guys, but it's really loud. Or at least just now, it was loud. My apologies if you can hear it, but Mother Nature. I can't do anything about it. Here's Brady. Brady throws it. That ball is thrown into the sideline, probably because he was off his back foot. Sent him down from the 34. 2:39 to go in the third. This should be a game that ends up going down to whoever has the ball last, just because it's only 4-minute quarters. Here's our Rickard, who I believe is a fullback or center and running back. I'm not sure. 3rd and 5. Huge third down here. Field goal did them with only down 1, but a touchdown did them the first lead of the game. Here we go. Can they get it? Here's a throw. That ball. What a play by the NFC defender to dive and knock it down incomplete. 4th down. 46-yard field goal, which is a little shorter than the one with 4 seconds to go in the first half. This is, I'm not sure if it's going in the same direction as the one in the first half or not. But either way, it's a 46-yard field goal from in between the hash marks to get them within, or to get the AFC only down, or to cut the AFC deficit to only 1 point. And the kick is going to be right down the middle, and it's 7-6. As the NFC has a touchdown and an extra point, and then the AFC has 2 field goals. But the NFC still has a 1-point lead at 7-6. But, I mean, AFC is still losing 7-6, but it's better than, well, they were losing 7-0, and now it's 7-6 after a pair of field goals. And here's a kick by the AFC kicker as the NFC will get the ball back, still up in this game, but only up 7-6. There we go. And that ball will be touchback, as it's needed in the end zone. And here comes the NFC for the first time in the second half. 2:06 to go in the third quarter. They had a 7-0 lead after they scored a touchdown on their first drive of the game. Second drive, they turned it over on downs, and obviously this is only their third drive of the game because it's only 4-minute quarters. Here we go. Trying to get some momentum back here. Here's a throw. That was dangerous. Moss has got it though. 7 down and 5. That was dangerous from Favre, and he did have a lot of interceptions in his career, but he did win a Super Bowl, I believe. I believe he won a Super Bowl with Green Bay. Here is Sanders. Got tripped up. Got 3, but he needed 5. 3rd down now. It's a huge 3rd down because, I mean, here we go. 1:20 to go in the third. 3rd and 2 for Favre and the NFC. Here's a snap. Here's a throw right down the field. The double coverage. Broken up. 4th down. And look what the Madden, or look what John Madden's NFC team is doing. They're staying out there 4th and 2 from their own 33. So, and now Sanders in motion. 5 wide now as he motions over to the right. Here we go on 4th down, and it's called by Jerry Rice. What an aggressive call by the NFC's John Madden. 4th and 2 from their own 33, but they got like 15 yards there on 4th down, or 10, 15 yards. 1st down up to the 48. They're at 48. 48 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Favre. Got out of there. Hit as he threw, and it almost was picked off. Almost picked off by number 50 for the AFC. But it was too low, and he could not come up with it. 7 down with 40 seconds to go. Here is Sanders. I need it at the midfield. 3rd and 8 now from midfield. Here we go, late in the third quarter. And that ball is going to be caught by Witten. 1st down to the 39 of the AFC. 1st down AFC, and that's going to end the quarter. There's only 4 seconds to go in the quarter. 3, 2, 1. We head to the 4th quarter here in Oakland, and here in the John Madden Legacy game. 7-6 NFC, but the NFC is on the move. Here we go. 7-6 NFC, but the NFC is on the move. Only 4 minutes to go in the game from the 39. Both teams have all 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. Here's Favre. He's going to continue to throw it here. That ball is going to be batted out of the hands by number 20 for the AFC. Good play. Send it down. $150 million copies of Madden. I mean, that's where they got Madden from. John Madden. Here we go. Here's Sanders blown up. And he lost 3 yards. 3rd and 13 from the 42. And now you gotta worry about staying in field goal range. Field goal would get you up by more than a field goal at 9-6, but not more than a touchdown. Here we go. Gotta make sure you did the first, or at least stay in field goal range. Here's a throw. And that ball was in the double coverage. 59-yard field goal, and they're gonna send out. They're gonna send out the field goal unit. The NFC will. This is from their kicker, whoever their kicker is. Here we go. They did their lead up to 4. 3:20 on the dough in the game. 59 yards. He's kicking it from the 49 of the AFC. Here we go. 59 yards. They did them up by 4 from the right hash. So on one, but you can make it. These kickers are good. And the kick is online. Does it have enough? It does. It's right down the middle. And it's 9-6. But still leaves the door open for the AFC. Even the touchdown, unless they got a touchdown on a 2-point conversion, it would have still been a 1-score game. But now the door is not wide open, but it's not closed. The door is not wide open, but it's not closed. As the NFC's up by 4, so the AFC needs a touchdown. Excuse me, it's 10-6, not 9-6. I'm an idiot. If it was 9-6, it would be a 3-point game. But it's 10-6. I think I said 9-6 a couple of times recently, but I mean, I think I said 9-6 a couple of times in the last few minutes. I know I said 9-6. I believe in the last. I know I said 9-6 a couple of times in the last few minutes. I meant 10-6. I was just having a brain fart. Here we go. 10-6 now. AFC needs a touchdown. 3:25 on the clock. Wide open is that Gonzalez, but he only got 6. And Brady's gonna hurry it up here. 3:10 to go. Here we go. Brady. Someone to Stapes. Finds a guy on the field, and it's knocked out of his hands. 3rd down. But Brady, despite being 45, was able to get out of there, but his receiver wasn't able to come up with it. It was not out of his hands. Here's a huge 3rd down. Here's a throw over the middle, and it's not out of his hands. 4th down, and will they punt it? And it looks like they are gonna punt it. They're only at their own 31, and they're gonna. This is the 2nd punt of the game, because we had 1 punt earlier, I believe. Pretty sure we had 1 punt earlier. I'm not sure, but either way, first punt. I believe for the AFC, but either way, it's a punt for the AFC by Dye. Yeah, it's their 2nd punt. There's been 2 punts in this game, both by the AFC. And here's a return by Hesler, and he's up to the 26-yard line. Only 2:48 to go in the game. Both teams involved 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. Here we go. A touchdown made it a 2-score game. Field goal still made it a 1-score game, but that means a touchdown and a PAT would tie the game for the NFC or for the AFC. Here we go. Favre can really run out the clock if he wants to. Here's a throw, and it's caught by Moss. Up to the 49, 1st down, NFC. Huge 1st down, and there's a possibility the NFC could run out the rest of the clock because there's only 2.5 minutes to go. Here we go from the 49. Here's a throw, and it's caught on the 1st down. And it's going to burn us a 2-minute warning unless someone calls a timeout. And no one will call a timeout. 2-minute warning here in Oakland. 10-6 NFC. And the NFC's on the move, looking to run out the rest of the clock. Trying to run out the rest of the clock here. 1st down to end this game. And right now they're almost in field goal range as well. Here we go. Favre's going to throw it. Favre got outside the pocket. And he broke a tackle. And he stays in bounds. And the AFC will call a timeout. I'm surprised they didn't fumble it. Got 9 yards. Here we go. Got 9 yards out of that on Favre's run. And a 1st down here to end this game. Not that they're going to pass it because Sanders is running outside. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be caught by Jerry Rice. And he's down to the 8. And the AFC will call a 2nd timeout. But that's going to be the game. Surprising decision to punt it when they did, because now this game's over. Even if the NFC scores, it's only a 2-score game, and it's going to be over. Here we go. If the AFC has let them score, 2nd and goal now. 3rd and final timeout used for the AFC. But a touchdown made it a 3-score game. Or, excuse me, 2-score game. 1:39 to go. They're not kneeing it. This Favre's in the backfield. Just make sure you don't fumble it. Here's Sanders, and he got blown up. Now it's 3rd and goal, and this game is, I don't think it's over yet. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be dropped. As if he caught it, he was in. But now there's only 1:11 on the clock, and this game is not over. 20. Yeah, field goal makes it a 1-score. What the heck? And they are gonna tip it. 23 yards from the right hash, or just to the left of the right hash, and the tip is good. And it's 13-6. So now they're up by a touchdown, but the AFC still has some hope. Here we go. The defense, though, pat on the back for the defense to prevent a touchdown, because a touchdown would have made it a 2-score game. The field goal makes it a 1-touchdown game. 13-6 NFC, 1:07 on the clock, and the AFC needs a touchdown, and they have no timeouts at 1:07 on the clock. Here we go. 1:07 on the clock. AFC down by 7. They need a TD. Here we go. Here we go. And there's a throw over the middle. Good start. Gonzalez. And there are no huddle here. And now here's Denny Brady is sacked. That's Singletary. Here we go. They gotta hurry up here because there's only half a minute to go and they need a touchdown. Down out of bounds here. That ball is almost picked off. 3rd and 14 now, but they'll be able to call a play here because the clock does stop. 3rd and 14 though. They still gotta get a touchdown. Down out of bounds too. Here we go. Wide open is Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Can he get in? He can. Unbelievable. And there, with an extra point of time in the game, as Gonzalez caught the ball as he just went right down the middle, was open. Brady fit the ball in between 2 NFC defenders. What a throw by Tom Brady. That's why he's a Hall of Famer. And it's 13-12, and will the AFC go for 2? And try to take the lead? No, they won't. There's only 20 seconds to go, but unbelievable. Unbelievable. And here's the kicker for the extra point, and we are tied at 13. As the AFC defense makes a stop, forces the NFC to only kick a field goal, and that only made it a 1-touchdown game instead of a 2-score game. And then the NFC gets a touchdown, or the AFC defense held the NFC to a field goal, which kept the game to a made that field goal of the NFC made it a 1-touchdown game, but not a 2-score game. And then the AFC goes down, no timeouts, and 1:07 on the clock, gets a touchdown in like 50 seconds. And they only had 1:07 on the clock. They only had 1 minute and 7 seconds, and no timeouts. The AFC did, down 7, and they needed a touchdown, and the AFC did just that. They got a touchdown and the PAT. 20 seconds to go though. The NFC still has time. They have all 3 timeouts. 20 seconds to go. You might just see a knee here, maybe. I don't know. Here's a return, though, by Hester from the goal line. And he will get up to the 23-yard line. 16 seconds only for the NFC and all 3 timeouts. Will they try for a field goal, or will they just need it for overtime? They might just need it for overtime. Because just in case you throw an interception or something, you don't want... because if you throw an interception, there's a possibility that AFC could win it on a field goal, knee formation. It's not victory formation, but it is knee formation for Favre in the NFC. As this game is going to sudden death, or as this game is going to overtime. It's not sudden death overtime. I started to say that, but it's actually not sudden death overtime. It used to be, but it's not anymore. And I'm used to saying that for like hockey, because in hockey it's sudden death overtime, but in the NFL it's not. So we are going to overtime in 2 seconds, and we are going to overtime here in the John Madden Legacy game. The NFC would have to call the toss because they're the road team. Here we go. Whoever gets the ball first could win this game. A touchdown will win it. Here we go. And there's no coin toss? Why did that? Oh, there's no. You see the coin toss happening on the screen, but I don't get to choose. The NFC doesn't. Usually there's a. Usually you did the choose. You see the coin toss, and then stuff pops up like for you to pick heads or tails, and then if it was heads or tails, then who won the toss, and then like if whoever won the toss, if they wanted to kick, receive, or defend left or right. But unfortunately, you saw the coin toss, but you didn't see any of those like icons popping up. And it looks like automatically the NFC gets the ball. I don't get that, but don't blame me. I don't know why it was like that. I think the only reason it was like that is because it's a John Madden Legacy game. If it was any other game, you would see those icons pop up. But the John Madden Legacy game is a little different. Here we go. As the NFC would get the ball first, it's a 4-minute overtime. Both teams have 2 timeouts. If the NFC gets a touchdown here on their first drive, the game will be over, and that will be a touchback. As that ball hits the crossbar for a touchback, crossbar of the uprights. Here we go. As Favre and the NFC is on the field first, or Favre and the NFC gets the ball first here in overtime, touchdown wins it for the NFC. Anything less, the AFC would get the ball. Here we go, and a fake throw, and then Sanders actually got no yards. Send it down. Good play by the AFC. But if the NFC gets a touchdown, they win the game. Anything less, the AFC would get the ball. Hopefully, because it's not a guarantee. Remember, it's only a 4-minute overtime. Here we go. 2nd and 10 now. And now Favre is launching it down the field, and it was almost picked off. 3rd down now, and so no gain, run for no gain, and then incompletion. Now 3rd and 10, and if they punt the ball away, then that score will win the game. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be caught. Johnson broke the tackle, and a second effort got him across the 1st down marker or 1st down line. 1st down. He caught that 5 yards short, broke the tackle, and was able to broke the tackle. And he was able to get the 1st down. Huge 1st down. And what a play! As he lost 2 yards. As that defender, 97, is busted right through. And it's 7 down and 12. Already over 1 minute into overtime. It's not sudden at the overtime. It used to be like 20 years ago, or 15, 20 years ago, it was like first score would win the game. But now that's not the case. A touchdown will win the game here, but a field goal or less wouldn't. Here we go. Here's a throw! That ball is caught, Kittle! Down to the 48. They're the NFC 48. 1st down NFC. The NFC trying to drive down the field and did a touchdown, but they don't want the AFC to hit the ball. Here we go. Here's a throw! That ball is going to be caught again by Kittle! There's no 2-minute warning, but I believe there's no ties. I know that you might be thinking that there should be a tie, but if this first overtime does end, there will be a second overtime, I believe. I know it's not the postseason, and that's the only time you can actually have multiple overtimes, but I like how Madden does that, where unless you're playing like an online franchise, or if it's a CPU versus CPU game on an offline franchise, that's the only time they end in a tie. Here we go. Touchdown wins it for the NFC. It's caught. Winton. Touchdown. NFC wins. Jason Winton, the OT hero, and the Madden Legacy NFC team will win it 19-13 in overtime. As the Madden Legacy NFC team wins it against the Madden Legacy AFC team 19-13 in overtime. Favre with the touchdown pass to Winton. NFC wins. Wait. Why am I seeing a PAT? It's overtime. Whoa. Wait. Is this a glitch? Because why am I kicking the PAT? Here's the PAT. Why am I kicking a PAT in overtime? I'm confused. Hold on. I think I know what might be happening here. there's new playoff overtime rules, and that might be in this game. If that's the case, the new playoff overtime rules in the NFL is no matter what, both teams get possession of the ball. That might be that might be what's happening here. I'm not sure. What? I don't know what. I think that's what's happening here. Regardless, even though the NFC scored a touchdown, apparently the game's not over. That's yeah, that's probably what happened. That's why there was no coin toss, or at least that's why I couldn't there were no icons to pick heads or tails or whatever. That's probably the reason. It's because regardless of what happens on the first drive, or regardless of what happens for the team that gets the ball first in overtime, even if they score a touchdown, the other team gets the ball no matter what. I'm not sure why these overtime rules are in the game, but it looks like the AFC. It's like college football, is that you just don't. The only difference is there's actually kickoffs and stuff. But yeah, so it looks like the AFC, no matter what. I didn't realize this. I think they have the playoff rules in this game, or at least or they have the playoff overtime rules for the NFL, at least in the John Madden Legacy game. So the game's not over. Although when Jason Witten caught it, I was like touchdown. Although I said that when Jason Witten scored the NFC, and when the NFC just scored a touchdown, that Jason Witten game-winning touchdown. Well, my mistake. Here we go. But now the AFC needs a touchdown. That ball is incomplete. Set it down. But now the NFC needs a touchdown, or now the AFC needs a touchdown. If I got them mixed up where I said NFC instead of AFC, or the other way around, my mistake. But either way, it's 2013 NFC. The AFC needs a touchdown. I think they only have 112 to go in the game. Here's a throw, and it's caught by Gonzalez. And I think I have to score before the time runs out. I'm not sure. That already been. Here we go. And now wide open is Brown, and he's down to the 35. Here we go. Here's Brady launching it to the back of the end zone. Batted down. 28 seconds. And they're gonna run it. Here's Richard, and the AFC will call their first time out of overtime. But I think they must have the playoff overtime rules. That's why there was no. I don't know. That's weird. It's weird why it's like. It's weird why it's weird. Here we go. I'm not sure if I have to score a touchdown before the time runs out or not. Here's a throw. That ball is going to be dropped by Gonzalez. Now it's fourth down. This is the game right here, I believe. I'm not sure 100% if this is the game. It could be, though. Here we go. If they don't get this, I think this is the game. I'm not sure, though, because I didn't realize that we were playing these overtime rules where regardless of if the first team on offense, even if the first team on offense gets a touchdown, the other team gets the ball no matter what. Here we go. This is a game, I believe. And here's a throw. That ball is going to be incomplete as it was a dropped interception. But it was fourth down, and this is officially the game as the NFC wins it 20-13 in overtime. And this is for you, Coach, as they're going to lift John Madden up. Because I've already played this a few times, and I've seen other people play it as well. But the NFC lifts up their head coach, John Madden, as the NFC beats the AFC 20-13 in overtime. You might not be able to hear that, but he said this is the greatest one of all or something. Thank you, Coach. That says thanks, Coach. You should probably read that, but just in case you can't. Thanks, Coach. R.I.P. John Madden. What a game. What a game. Favre 273 on one touchdown. Brady 235 and one touchdown. But what a game! What a game at the end. It did make it more interesting because I believe, like I said, the new playoff rules in the NFL is even if the first team on offense scores a touchdown, the other team gets the ball. And there, if the AFC did score a touchdown and tied at 20-20, that touchdown at PAT tied at 20-20, I think we would just keep playing, I guess. I'm not sure. But either way, the NFC scored a touchdown on their drive, and the AFC, turned it over on downs. I thought the touchdown for the NFC would win the game, but It didn't, but the NFC still won it because the AFC turned it over on downs. But yeah, and those playoff rules where both teams get the ball no matter what. And overtime is just for postseason overtime, I believe. Just for overtime in the playoffs, I believe. I'm pretty sure. But they changed that after this past season, after the 2021 season. So it wasn't bad at all, but I didn't realize they put those playoff rules in this game. I don't think they put them. I think they just put them in play now. I'm pretty sure, because in like franchise, career mode, and franchise, career mode, and face the franchise, that's not the case. But I believe in play now, that's the case. But either way, NFC wins it 20-13 in overtime here in the John Madden Legacy game. Is it the game? No, the game. NFC wins it 20-13. The NFC wins it 20-13 over the AFC in overtime here in the John Madden Legacy game. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, you'll find out what and when the next video on this channel will be when I post it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the John Madden Legacy. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this John Madden Legacy game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, time red, closing the board. If it's up to it, okay, guys, time red, closing the board. Okay, guys, time red, closing the board. If it's up to it, hit the like button. Okay, guys, time red, closing the board. If it's up to it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, or tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 2 of this Madden 23 Play Now series. See you in episode number 2. And eat a lot of bacon and eat a lot of bacon and R.I.P. Joe Madden, or R.I.P. John Madden. See you in the next video. And like I said, eat a lot of, and like I said, thank you for watching. See you next time. Eat a lot of bacon and R.I.P. John Madden.